Good morning. Wow, what a beautiful day to welcome you to our beautiful new store. I can't think of any place that I'd rather be than looking out what I can see in front of me. Those beautiful hills. We've had so much rain, and so yes, they are green. We know we've had a lot of rain because it was hard to get this parking lot in. We had snow and then rain and anyway, lots of fun. But we made it. We're here today, so thank you for being here with us. I want to just give you a little background. By the way, I'm Sherry Badger, if you don't know, and my husband was Lee. And we moved back to Utah in 1980. And I have to give you a little history that when we came back, Lee didn't have a job, and they were building a new store up in Richmond. And I don't know how many of you remember this, but it's where Lauer's Meat is now, and it was called Valley Market. And Lee worked there for just a few weeks helping them stock that store, and they didn't stay too long. But anyway, so we've had a little history with Richmond. Lee and I had a dream to own our own business, and we found a little store in Smithfield called Jack's. Why do I keep doing that? Jack's Food Town. And we persuaded Jack to sell it to us. And that was 42 years ago. And we stayed in that store. It was across the street from our Smithfield store where the Dollar Tree is now. And we stayed there for 13 years and kept the name Jack's because Lee was kind of concerned that nobody knew who he was because he was an Idaho boy and we'd moved back here. In 1994, we moved across the street and built our new store, the Lee's Marketplace in Smithfield. 5 years later, we built our Logan store. Since then, we've opened a few other stores. We've either bought or built from ground up, and this will be our 7th store. And about 20 years ago, I've been trying to figure this out. There was a grocery store up in the middle of the town called Tires in the middle of Richmond. And Tires closed their doors, and you can't believe the people that would come into our Smithfield store and say, "You need to build a store in Richmond," because it's too far for us to drive from Richmond to Smithfield. And they did it for probably 20 years. And you had to know Lee, but he would come up to me and he'd go, "Maybe we should build a store and call it Little Lee's." I said, no, we're not ready for that. But in 2016, we met with John. So let me back us a little bit. So in 2008, Lee was diagnosed with ALS, and he passed away a year later. Lee and I were partners for 28 years, and then my son Jonathan became my partner, and we've now been partners for 14 years. And in 2016, we did some studies, and we were checking out Richmond. And we met with Craig and Mike Harris, and they're here today. This was their property that they farmed, and we bought this property from the Harrises. Every spring, we would get this phone call. Jonathan would get this phone call from Mike and say, "Is it this year or should I plant?" And every year for several years, Jonathan would say, "Go ahead and plant." Until last year, and we finally decided it was time, and we had our groundbreaking in 2022. And we're so grateful to get to this point. We have a beautiful store. We're excited to share it with the community of Richmond. And let me see, this one's so good. I want to thank all the people that, I mean, gosh, there's so many, I couldn't list them, but you know, Lundahl Construction was our contractors, and they have been so great to work with. We appreciate them putting up with all the things that would Sherry would say, "Oh, we need to change that," and they were so good. And then there's Associated Food Stores. They are our wholesaler. We couldn't do anything without them, but particularly we've had Jared Mitchell and Eric Colvin that have helped us so much with the construction and with the equipment. It takes so much in a grocery store, and we appreciate them. Most of all, I look around and I see all of the Lee's shirts, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate our Lee's team. There's a few people, Jared McDonald, and I have to tell you, it's the first day of summer, but it's also Jared's birthday today. Don't tell him I said that out loud. So I don't think we ever told the contractors, but you know, when all of a sudden we had to keep moving the dates, and we finally said, June 21st is going to be, because it's Jared's birthday, and we made it. And but he has this operations team that helps put this store together. And then we have Andy Hull. She heads up our IT and so many other things. She has a great team. But I just look around and there's so many people that help. And Kevin Humphreys is going to be the new store director here. And he's put in countless hours to make this happen. But I also thank all of the families that give up time being with their spouses and families and put in so much time and let us have them to get this store together. So we appreciate the families, but I appreciate all the family and friends, all the familiar faces that I see here today. So thank you for being here. I'm going to turn time now to, we've got the Chamber of Commerce here, Jamie Andrus and LJ Bolton, I know, and I don't know who else they have with them. And then we have, to look at this, Tucker Thatcher from Richmond City, who's here. And then we'll have David Rice, who's the president and CEO of Associated Food Stores, say a few remarks. And then we'll have Jonathan Badger, my son, and who is the CEO and president of Lee's Marketplace. So, okay.
Thank you. I'm Jamie Andrus. I'm the president and CEO of the Cache Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we are so excited always when we have a new business that we get to help celebrate. A special place in my heart for Lee's Marketplace, the first Lee's Marketplace. Our family, my family, was a part of partner and landowners. So we've had a special relationship with Lee's Marketplace personally, but they have been absolutely excellent friends of the Chamber, and we are so pleased here. So we have a certificate we'd like to present to Sherry and John just to commemorate today. And so you'll have something to hang on your wall in your office or your manager's office. So thank you so much for coming.
Well, it's an honor to be here today to celebrate this much anticipated event. I know many of you look forward to this for years, and I just want to take a second to thank Lee's. They've been great to work with over the last few years as this project has rolled forward. Very, very professional, and it's gone very smoothly. So we're grateful for them making this investment here in our small town. I'm for sure for them it's very risky to do something like this, but we're grateful for it. This is exciting to have a store here in our town that we've looked forward to for years. We're very appreciative of them and encourage all of you to support them here in their new endeavor, so we can keep them strong and viable, so we can continue to have this service here in our community. Well, thanks for coming out today. David?
Good morning, everybody. First of all, big congratulations to Sherry and Jonathan and the Lee's team for this beautiful store. Sherry and Jonathan are owners of Associated Food Stores. We're a member-owned cooperative, and we support a whole bunch of local member-owned grocery stores all over the western United States, and Lee's would be the shining example of how wonderful our owners are. AFS, it's a big job putting one of these stores together. And we talk a lot at Associated about One Associated. And what that's all about is the Lee's team works with AFS, our vendors, and a whole bunch of committed partners. And it all comes together in a big teamwork to put one of these huge projects together. And I'd like to throw out just immense appreciation once again to the Lee's team, our MDI, our AFS Retail Services Group, Retail Technology, Warehouse and Transportation, once all of our vendors, lots of whom are here today supporting us, and also all of our committed partners. Once again, a big effort to put that all together. Also, we'd like to throw out our appreciation to the Richmond community, and we absolutely appreciate your support. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, David. I think all the thank yous have been given. Let's get you guys in the store. Just a couple things more that I want to say as we really put on this project. And again, thank you to everybody that could be here. We are grateful for the Richmond community. We've been told for years in the Smithfield store we need a store out here, and we're excited that now we have one for you to come and participate. Let me just tell you a little bit about the experience you're going to have as you walk inside the store. It did take us about 5 years since we put a sign out on that corner that says we're going to be here soon. Soon is a relative comment, but as we think about what happened over the last 5 years with COVID and the challenges of construction and all of the issues that happened through that, one thing that you're going to be grateful for is through those 5 years, we learned a lot. We learned a lot through all of our stores. We learned a lot of how to do things right. We built this store probably 5 years ago, wouldn't have been the store you have today. And so as you walk in, you're going to have this great sense and smell of popcorn. Hopefully you like that. We have a great popcorn and treat section here from our bakery department. You're going to walk over to the deli and you're going to smell and experience an amazing tasting experience with all of our smoked brisket and new corn dogs and all sorts of really good products that you're going to like and come up for dinner. Once you get that meal, you can go upstairs to our seating area, sit down and look out at the whole store. It's going to be beautiful. I'm trying to really get you excited to get inside the store as we go through this. As you go down, you're going to see the bakery department with a lot of great donuts and wonderful products for everyone to take a part of. Come down around to the meat department. Somebody asked me why we wanted to build so close to a dairy in Richmond with the smells and stuff, and I said we want the freshest product. So we're going to have that as you go down the back of the store. We've got meat department and our dairy department. They're going to wow you and show you what we have to offer. Lee's Marketplace believes that grocery shopping should be a fun and enjoyable experience is our mission statement. It's on the front wall as you walk in. We want you to have a great experience here. We again thank everybody for being here today. Let's cut this ribbon and get you guys inside.
Ready? 5, 4, 3,